Hi, in this video we're going to talk about substituting numbers into algebraic expressions. Let's look at this example. Now here we have expressions like x plus y, y minus w, and so on. Now at the moment these are unknowns to us, but the question gives us the values of these unknowns, right? X is 4, y is -3, and w is 2. So we are going to substitute these values into the expressions. Substitution means you write the value of the unknown in place of the unknown. So we are going to do like x plus y, right? We're going to write for x the value, which is 4, plus for y, we're going to write -3. So instead of x, I wrote its value, plus I wrote the value of y. So this turns into an arithmetic expression now, 4 plus -3. We know that plus and minus written right beside another makes a minus. So this is basically 4 minus 3, so it's 1. We have now in question 2 y minus w. So I'm going to substitute the values. For y, it is -3, right? Minus, it's this minus I'm talking about. For w, it's 2 here. So basically, this expression is now -3 minus 2, which will be -5. And here we have 2x minus y, right? So I'm going to write 2. Instead of writing the times symbol, remember, we do not use it in algebra. My preference is to use brackets to show that I'm substituting its value for x. So I'm going to write 2 in brackets 4. This will mean that 2 and 4 is in multiplication. So it's 2 times 4, right? Minus, the y value is -3. So what I'll have is 2 times 4 is 8. Minus and minus together will make it plus. So that's going to be 8 plus 3, which will be 11. So we have to be really careful when it comes to signs, as in here, right? Or in here, all right? And this is how we substitute the values into the unknowns. Now, a few more examples. Now in the fourth one, we have 3 times x plus 2 times y. So it's 3x plus 2, sorry, not y, w. So it's 3x plus 2w. Let's substitute the value. So this will look like 3 times 4 plus 2 times 2. Again, it is not wrong to write 3 times 4 plus 2 times 2, but you will see later on there will be more complex expressions, and it's not going to be only substitution. So you will always get confused with these times symbols, whether they're the letter x or not. So my preference is, instead of writing this, using the brackets, instead you could use 3 times 4 as if you put a bold dot instead of times symbol if you really want to show that it's multiplication, right? So you can write it like this. Again, it is not going to be like this. This is the decimal point. The multiplication symbol, this dot, will be in the middle. It's halfway up compared to the decimal point, all right? So you have to be careful if you want to use this notation. And sometimes you will see that these dots are used, all right? But regardless, you will see that the first step you should do is called as the substitution step. This step is key in your work, all right? After this, it doesn't matter whether you show that it's 12 plus 4, 3 times 4 is 12, 2 times 2 is 4, and then you write 16. If you want, you can skip this step. That is fine, all right? But you have to show this substitution step where you substitute the values of the unknowns, right? My suggestion is to just use all the steps, to show all the steps in your work, so that if you make a mistake, you can find out where the mistake is. So my suggestion is use your space to show all the work, right? But if you want, you can skip this step, but you must write this step to show that you're substituting the values, all right? This is very, very important. Now let's look at question 5. Here we have x plus 2y over w, so it's going to be 4 plus 2 times y is -3, so I write -3 here, over w, which is 2. So I will have 4, now 2 times -3 is -6, so that's going to be 4 minus 6 over 2. And then you'll have minus 2 over 2, which will be -1, right? So this is the answer. But again, if you just want to use your calculator and find the answer, then you can just write the substitution step and then the answer. But still, my suggestion is to show all the work as shown in here, right? Now there are 5 questions in this exercise set, so please solve these questions on your book and submit your answers online. Now make sure that you always show the substitution step in your work. Thanks for watching.